Welcome back to Kentucky Sports Radio, presented by Stockton Mortgage. Here's Matt Jones.
Welcome back, Kentucky Sports Radio. And look who I didn't think we were getting anybody till the end, and we've gotten now Mark Stoops and now Vince Marrow is joining us. Vince, how are you? Look at this crew you're with.
Man, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Oh, very interesting crew. Looking at this big-time punter to the right of me. And then my guy that I smacked down in the wrestling match that day.
I flopped.
Yeah.
I sold it for you.
Yeah, you made me look good.
You took quite a thing there. How have you enjoyed your little forays into wrestling?
You know, it's funny because buddies from, like, outside of Kentucky seeing this stuff on, like, whether it's Twitter. They're like, man, what the hell are you doing, man? Like, I say it's fun, but a lot of my guys I grew up with were wrestling fans, so they really get a kick out of it.
Max went the other day for the first time.
I did. It was awesome, and some of the players came, which was really cool. I think
I've seen that.
Yeah, career down the track for them for sure. They were in there shucking the L's down.
Tayshaun and Josiah Hayes and Octavius and somebody else. I can't remember.
Yeah, what was really cool, I seen they was in the arena with the big flag, the UK flag.
Yes,
so,
that's exactly right.
I was really liking that.
So how was the first practice? Every time I talk to you, you're confident. You confident after seeing them out there?
You know, Coach Stoops said today, I don't know if he told you, but in our 10 years, this is our best first day practice that we've had in 10 years. And I think because we are a veteran at every position, pretty much, except wide receiver. But I tell you, some young guys look pretty good today.
Do you, your room has got a bunch of dudes who can play, right? I mean, you got Keaton Upshaw, you got Isaiah Cummings, you got Brennan Bates, you got the Dingle kid. Like, you got some guys.
And don't forget this kid from Moeller, the other kid from Moeller, Josh Caddis, is pretty good. He's really getting some reps in there. His dad played 8 years in the NFL. He played at Michigan as a tight end. So Rich is a guy that's a tight end guy coming from the 49ers, and he actually said, that room is loaded. And it is. We did a really good job recruiting that room.
Are you, I was actually, when we were talking about the wrestling, I was talking about all those guys in the ring and how huge they were. What's the difference? Because you're honest about stuff. What's the difference in physicality, et cetera, from when you got here to these guys now?
Really?
Yeah.
Man, you know me and you talk a lot. I mean, so when the first time we got here, and like I said, it's not taking a shot at nobody, but we had better-looking guys when I was at Toledo. And so C.J. Comrade, dad, was here today, and he said, Vince, what's the difference that I see is the D-line and O-line are so huge now. And that's the difference. I remember after we got beat by somebody, I don't know what it was, Mark came in my office that Monday and was like, I want long guys at every position. And we look like an SEC team now.
You can't talk specifics, but recruiting seems in the last few weeks to have hit another gear.
Yes, and I think what people need to understand, even when we were here, when we wasn't that good in 13 or 14, remember how we were way out early in recruiting guys, and we was ranked. I think at one time we was number one in the country for about 4 weeks, and then it gradually went down. I think we ended up being like 16. I think when you're winning, you're more concentrating on your culture and more concentrating on doing things in the building. And then you still recruiting guys, but I knew, like right now, I mean, we're not done. We're going to have a couple more 4-star guys committing. So I learned now.
You have to go early to get people and then hope you hold on, right?
Yes.
That's what you used to do.
When we wasn't good, we prayed every month that we hold on to them guys. Now that our culture and we were winning, I mean, you got guys at other places now that is contacting me that want to decommit from other places.
You and I talked. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Did you hear that?
Bryce Young? Bryce Young?
Bryce Young.
No, he's on the roster. I couldn't, that's tampering.
6 or 8 weeks ago, we had you on and we were talking about NIL and we were talking about the things that were needed. It feels like to me, you tell me if I'm wrong, that things are moving in the right direction in that regard here. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I always have faith in Mitch was going, he's doing the right thing. Rachel Baker, all the people were on board. I just think it had to get to the point where it was clear enough that what was actually allowed to happen. So I feel good where we're at. I think we're going in the right direction.
It does feel like, though, there was almost like a turning point, and then all of a sudden it does feel like to me people are sort of heading in the right, moving collectively in the right direction.
Right. Well, Matt, you know something more than I don't know, man. I know this. I feel good as being a recruiting coordinator. I feel good where we're going. And, you know, we can't talk about NIL deals with recruits, but the people whoever that's dealing with that, you know, once they get here, I feel pretty good that our administration is behind it.
Do you miss this guy right here?
Yeah, dude, hey, you never knew what you was going to get with him, man. It'd be 4th and 15. He'd run for 30 yards. And, the dude was an athlete. He is an athlete. He should be punting in the NFL because he's a very good punter, but he's a good athlete.
Well, I appreciate that. I've got a question for you for where you should be.
Where should I be?
You were 1 for 1 at OC for us in a bowl game, correct? Yeah. When the job came up, did you not just walk straight into the office and take all your stuff in there?
Nah, because I'm going to be honest, man. I got a lot of stuff I do here.
One and done?
Yeah, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm one and done. I'm like Cal. I think Cal recruited me. But I'm telling you, dude, that's some pressure being a coordinator. You know, you got to deal with Mark Stoops. And, you know, we cool, but that was different on that day of that game. I mean, it's
Was he in your ear?
No, because remember, we started off, we had a nice drive, went down, got a field goal. It was the second and third drive.
Wait a minute. So you did the game where we ended with the pass, right?
No, NC State.
NC State, I'm sorry. You did
NC
that.
State.
Yes, I'm sorry. I forget about that. That was Virginia Tech.
He was very good until it started getting and then you trying to, focus this and that, and I'm like, nah, I was good just one time. I was good, trust me.
It feels like to me that the states we're recruiting have expanded quite a bit.
Yes.
Like when you first got here, it was like Kentucky, Ohio, maybe dip into Tennessee. Now, Georgia, Alabama, Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey. Like it feels like it's moving around.
Because our brand is getting, and I think where we're picking up more in the North, it's the same message that we have for the kids in Ohio and Michigan. Okay, if you don't go to Michigan, if you don't go to Ohio State, come and play in the SEC. You're still a 4-star guy. Come and play in the best conference. And now you're starting to see guys in, Jersey, Tennessee. I can go PA. We are branching our brand, but like Stoops always say, do not get it twisted. Kentucky and Ohio are still going to be our home base of where we're going to recruit. So,
do you? You were picked second in the SEC East, and a lot of teams, fans of like Tennessee, South Carolina, Mississippi State, Florida, some of those teams going, why did you pick them instead of us? What do you think of that?
I really don't. I'm going to tell you why I don't like it, because I like when people talk smack on us and keep us down. But if you look at reality, we have beat all them teams, and we do got one of the best quarterbacks coming back in the country. And
how good do you think he is?
Man, I just watched one throw that he threw to barrier, and he can be the first pick of the draft, or he can be no later than 10. I think this kid, he can make a lot of throws. He's big. He's physical. He can run. You look at the two other guys. I know the guy at Ohio State and the guy at Alabama. They're good, but it's just something about it. He looks bigger than them.
Oh, yeah.
And I think the ball comes out more.
He looks huge as long as he's not standing next to Tim Couch.
I told Couch, I was like, dude, you kind of made Will look bad. Because everybody thinks he's like, this robot, big, strong guy. And I'm looking at him next to Tim, and Tim like, Jesus. You seen that? Well, you seen that picture.
I posted it. He's huge.
I don't know what he's doing. I need to be start working out with. I told him too. I need to start working out with him. Yes, whatever he's doing. But no, this what makes Will just such a great football player, because he's a great leader, and he, everything is 110. Sometimes when Liam was here, we used to be like, dude, like, calm down, slow down. Any little thing he gets hyped about, but the scouts love him.
My mom says she loves you, by the way.
I love her because you know why? She loves God. She's a good woman, and I was glad you got to I seen you took your stepdad to the Reds game.
Yes.
I was happy.
That was
a
really nice day.
Did you know?
She's still going to hold you about Tony Evans.
I went to see Tony. Me and Renee and all. We all went to see Tony Evans in.
But she wants to
New
see
York.
Tony.
Mm-hmm. We got. I think we bringing him here.
All right. Well, you can't leave her out.
No, she would be right next to me because she got to talk to her. And we talked about your mom when I was up there. He was telling Kelly that about the lady, how I got her on the phone. And
yeah, you don't know how much that made her day. She was like, I love Tony Evans. You go, let's call him. And you just called him and handed the phone to my mom.
It was like a kid that loves Michael Jordan. You call Michael Jordan. That's how his mom looked. But
that was.
When you're a believer, and, I think we all believers, but Tony Evans is really, one of the powerful spiritual guys that I've known for a long time. His mom knows him, and, a lot of people love him. So, good dude.
I won't ask for a personal favor for Tony Evans, but if we could backtrack to football one more time. Matt mentioned the polls. This is such an underdog program, always punching up. You love to clap back on Twitter, always bulletin board in the locker room. But are you a little worried being higher, second, that maybe how the team will react because you're so used to being overlooked and that's been your motivating factor?
Yeah, I just think the one that gets me going, and I just love the media, not the media here, but the media South. They just got to keep picking this one team. I ain't going to say their name, but every year it gets us going when we see that. I think we are warned to where we at right now. We do have a good team. This is our 10th year. This SEC Mike guy kind of pissed me off because he said
that guy
earlier he had us going. We were the third best team overall in the SEC, and then he get to the media day and we like fifth in the East. I mean, what the hell happened?
He had a big change of heart. You're not wrong.
We ain't playing no games. We ain't lose nobody. What? So
down with
Mike.
SEC Mike.
Dude, I was digging SEC Mike because it's a nice name, but I got to meet that dude.
SEC Mike, that is a nice. It was a nice name, SEC Mike.
But I will say this. I think a lot of our players, we got a lot of leaders on our team, and they see and they hear all the noise that people are now giving us all this credit. It just makes us that, hey, you better go work hard because you know what? We were there before trying to hunt and get them teams, so people are going to be coming for us.
Last thing, how excited are you for Saturday, whatever it is, when this place is full for the first game of the year?
Man, that
at night.
At night, and I think you're going to get to see some young talent that's going to be good. I think you're going to see a quarterback that I believe is the best in the country. I think we got one. All our rooms are loaded, and I would like to see, as we go further and further about Eastern Kentucky, like maybe we do something even for that. It's just I really like what Cowden did last night.
Yeah.
But
we're going down there Friday.
Oh, really? You're doing a show there?
We're going to do a show down there and have
awesome.
We haven't even talked about it on here yet, but a volunteer day down there
that's awesome,
for listeners and stuff.
But I'm not surprised, y'all. You guys are good guys. But this thing gonna be hype, man. And I hope it be sold out because this is gonna be a really, really good show this year. It really is.
Vince, I promised Mark you'd only have a segment, so he said you'd go back to work.
Yeah, so. we need to get better, man.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. This is Kentucky Sports Radio.